Hey, throw me something, mister. Mardi Gras season is here, and I am about to make your Mardi Gras amazing with a super quick and easy recipe for king cake at home. We are going to be giving away a 100% authentic king cake shipped straight to you from New Orleans. One of our lucky winners will win that king cake, so stay tuned to the end of this video to find out how to enter. Have you ever wanted to make your own king cake at home but had no idea where to start? Well, we are going to make a quick and easy king cake with pre-made dough. So there's no hassle or worrying about how to make the dough or what the perfect bread recipe is. This recipe has 3 ingredient lists. For the bread, you need 2 packages of crescent roll dough. For the inside filling of the king cake, you need 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese softened, 3 tablespoons of powdered sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of granulated sugar, 1 tablespoon of milk, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Then we have the icing that goes on top at the end. For that, you need 2 cups of powdered sugar, 5 tablespoons of butter softened, 2 tablespoons of milk, 1 tablespoon of vanilla, and then you need your granulated sugar sprinkles. For our king cake, we're using the traditional green, purple, and yellow. Before we get started putting our king cake together, make sure that you preheat your oven to 375 degrees. So whenever we're ready to go ahead and throw that king cake in, it's already ready. I have parchment paper laid out and I've sprinkled all-purpose flour on top of that to keep our bread from sticking. We're going to start by just rolling out this crescent roll dough. Once you get the dough laid out on your parchment paper, we're going to push the perforations together to keep it from completely coming apart, and then spread the dough out on the edges as much as you can. Then we're going to sprinkle a little bit of the granulated sugar and the cinnamon on the inside of this crescent roll dough. This is basically just creating a very large cinnamon roll. The traditional king cake is just a cinnamon and sugar cake. The one that we are making today is going to be a cream cheese filled king cake. Now for the cream cheese filling. If you don't like cream cheese, just skip this part and go ahead and stick with that traditional cinnamon and sugar. We need the cream cheese, the powdered sugar, the 1 tablespoon of milk, and the 1 teaspoon of vanilla. We're just going to mix that up real well. I'm just placing the cream cheese on the dough, and then we're gonna spread it out and just cover the whole piece of dough. The cream cheese mixture doesn't have to look pretty and it doesn't have to be spread completely even because we're gonna roll this up in a few minutes and it's all gonna mix together real well. The cream cheese mixture is spread on our dough, and now I'm going to cut it diagonally. Once the dough is cut diagonally, you can go ahead and roll it up. Start with the corner and roll in. We slid our pan up under this parchment paper, and we're gonna go ahead and cook the king cake on the parchment paper. We're going to make a circle out of this. Take each one, make a semicircle, and then wrap the ends together. And there's your king cake, ready to go into the oven. All right, let's stick this baby in the oven. We're gonna let it cook for 25 minutes at 375 degrees. While your king cake is cooking, it's time to get that icing made. We're gonna start with the powdered sugar, the softened butter, the milk, and the vanilla. And then just mix it up until it's nice and smooth and there are no lumps. Nothing's worse than coming in on that second day of having your king cake and cutting you a big slice just to find out that it's gone dry. No one likes a dry king cake. To keep ours from doing that, we're going to take a little bit of the icing, add a little bit of water, and create a glaze that we're going to brush on top of the king cake when it comes out of the oven. 25 minutes later, and our king cake is fresh out of the oven. We're gonna grab a brush and brush on the glaze. Whenever you're brushing on this glaze, make sure you don't just brush the top, and you also get the inside and outside edges so that we can seal the entire bread. The glazing really is the key to keeping your king cake moist. Now we let it sit, cool down so that we can ice it without that icing melting off the top. Let's get this thing iced. It's cooled down, so we're sure that this icing isn't going to just melt off the top of it now. New Orleans is known for its traditions, and king cake is just one of those many traditions. It dates back to the medieval times. One of the traditional aspects is hiding a baby inside of the king cake. Nowadays, people tend to just put the baby on top of it because it's kind of become a choking hazard. Originally, that baby was cooked inside of the king cake, and then whoever would find the baby was crowned king or queen of the day. In Louisiana, one thing that we love to do this time of year is have a king cake party. What that entails is everyone gathering at someone's house and either baking or bringing their own king cake. We end up with a ton of different flavors, a ton of different recipes from different bakeries. Really, it's a great excuse to just eat a whole bunch of sugar and have a party. You can decorate your king cake however you like. Add some beads, add some babies, maybe a little bit of gold flake on top. Just make it beautiful. And there you have it, a quick and delicious king cake for you to enjoy at home. Now, who wants to win an authentic king cake shipped straight to you from New Orleans? It's easy. All you have to do is subscribe to our page and comment on this video to be entered to win this 100% authentic king cake. The winner will be chosen at random, and we will notify you to let you know to expect that king cake in the mail. Now, stay tuned for another episode of Cooking with Candace.